Right, this is our new piece of timber to make the spoon from, and this is a piece of oak, and as you can see Dave is just starting to plane it up. As you can see Dave is planing it by hand, so we get a nice clean surface. It's looking promising. The piece of oak itself came from the Gwaun Valley, and I've been assured of the moisture content. It's down to around about 10% moisture content, and it's you can see there are some knots. There is a knot there, for instance, but again, because it's 15 inches wide, it's 1.25 inches deep and approximately 8 feet long, so that gives us a little bit more scope. We haven't got a right size bench, so Dave is planing it up with an ordinary jack plane. But I thought you might be of interest because we're also using this very old fashioned, almost looks like a Norris plane. It's actually a slater, and we're using that. It's a little bit shorter, and it's a bit easier to get up the finish. So we're using those two planes to give us a good finish, and you can see the shavings just coming off there now. I've marked the sections out, and they're drawn now out on the. We're just going to carbon paper them on to the main piece of wood. Yeah, so I'm carbon papering everything through just to mark all this section out. And we do that now all over the spoon. So I started to cut, as you can see. It's a question of cutting down here, and drill out then a hole there, and do the same then for the other links, just to experiment to see if I can actually cut out the links then. Okay, here we are. Right, I'm chiseling out now along here, and then what I'm going to have to do is I need to drill a hole down there. So for the pure at heart, we just drill a hole through there. I'm just checking all the time. That's gone through, so we're okay. So I have to cut all the way down there, same there, and then work my way in through very, very quietly. I'm just going to have to try and get in there, and then I'm going to have to use this other one as well. This will help. Once I got started with the coping saw, I can then pop that blade in there and cut that one out. As you can see, I'm just using this little pad, so just to cut down, this will form one of the links. So as you can see, we're nearly there with the first link, and obviously we've got another 7 of these to go. Just held on down by here, so that's our first link. The reason we're doing a link like that is so that it'll make it easier for you know, to carry to places and to work generally. But that's good news. That's our first little link. Not absolutely complete because we've got a saw down there, but well on. And if we can do the others like that, be very pleased. We started cutting out the link, and we've come across a little problem. People ask me, one of the questions they ask me, what happens when you make a mistake, when something goes wrong? Well, we've hit a mistake very early on with this spoon. As I was chiseling out there, I'm afraid we split it. Well, I split it anyway. And so I've got to overcome that now. And the main reason it's gone is because obviously there are splits. I mean, you can see splits all over. We've got a little split there, and obviously on the ends of the wood you always get these splits. Probably if we go down a little bit further, we're dealing with a knot there and a split that we're going to work around. Hence the same here. There's another knot there. So we knew we were going to have that kind of thing. But I've obviously got to deal with this one. What I'm doing now, I'm going to cut a new link here. It's going to reduce the length of the spoon down by a couple of feet. But I'm not worried about that because I'll be much happier with a stronger link here, and because I'm coming in, there's plenty of play in it. Yeah, that's it. There we are. Longest love spoon we've ever made. It is now obviously not complete, but it's still a love spoon. So presumably it is now the longest love spoon in the world. It is 30 feet long, and this is the back of it, and everything's all apart now, so it's all in one piece. Just going to rub it down a bit. We put a first coat of sealer on, and I'm just rubbing down now a bit of fine sandpaper, and rub it all down in the little fiddly bits.